Hello and welcome to episode 24 of the Cruise and Travel podcast with Paul McAllister. This time we'll tell you all the cruise lines that have ships that you can buy a cabin and live on. How about that? Plus, Paul has some great deals that are available right now, and we'll check out the latest cruise and travel news. And I'll tell you which cruise line has become the first cruise line to be awarded a 5-star rating from Forbes Travel Guide. So, let's start the show.
It's time to get your cruise on.
This is Cruise and Travel with Paul McAllister.
Hello, I'm Steve, and with me is Paul McAllister, the chief dream cruise creator behind 101cruise.com.au, which is where you'll find all the best prices on cruises around the world.
We're about to take you into the world of cruising and at the same time try and tempt you with a few cruise deals.
Plus, all the cruise and travel news is coming up shortly as well, including news on an epic 128-day cruise that will set sail in 2029. Plenty of time for you to save up. And it'll visit 63 unique destinations all around the world. Which cruise line is it?
I know.
I will tell you shortly.
Well, it's our Valentine's episode, so happy Valentine's, everyone.
Yes, happy Lovers' Day.
Now, we know the Mediterranean in 2026 is selling quickly, so if you're thinking about this, please start to book your cruises because things are starting to sell out really quickly. And some exciting news from Virgin Voyages. We can now sell Virgin Voyages in Australian dollars. Yay!
Get out.
I know. This is totally exciting for us. So if you're thinking about doing a Virgin Voyages cruise, and they are fantastic, give us a buzz. We can get you in Australian dollars if you're an Australian person. And why would you choose Virgin Cruises? Mainly because they're adult only. They have incredible dining experiences with over 20 eateries on board and no trough, as you like to call it, or the buffet, which is really cool.
No trough.
No trough.
Wow.
And
Is
look,
that a hashtag? We can start that as a hashtag.
we
No
might start
trough.
something, yeah. All your tips and your Wi-Fi are included. Look, and they're really stylish ships and very modern. And it's
they are.
really going towards the adults and forgetting about kids, which is cool. And you get a hammock on most of the balconies. So that's nice. And they have this very different entertainment on board to the traditional ships. Very immersive. So, look, if you're thinking of Virgin, give us a buzz.
All right. Well, to kick the episode off, let's hear a couple of the deals that you've found out.
Yeah, our first one is on Azamara, because Azamara this week dropped some awesome specials out for us, which we're very excited about. So we're going to bring you a couple of those as well. So this cruise departs on the 21st of May. It's from Barcelona to Barcelona. Now, this itinerary weaves its way around the Western Mediterranean, discovering the naval charm of Toulon on the French Riviera and laid-back island beauty of Manon, Spain. And then you go to the golden beaches and Gothic architecture of Palma de Mallorca. It's an amazing cruise. Now, an inside room would normally set you back $7,196 US dollars, but not at 101 Cruise. We have it on at $1,829 US per person. That's a saving of 75%, Steve. That's really good. And look, in a balcony room would normally set you back in US dollars $10,596, but at 101 Cruise, we have it on at $2,729, and that's a 74% saving. Now, look, what's great about Azamara is that they include all your beverages and gratuities as well. So there's no buying a beverage package. Everything's included in it as well. It's a smaller ship with about 700 passengers. So you're going to get that small ship and luxury experience on board. So that's a great cruise to be looking at. And look, while we're talking about luxury, let's talk about a 7-night cruise on Oceania Nautica. It departs on the 25th of June and it's leaving from one of our favourite places, Venice to Rome. So you're going to visit Puglia in Croatia, Dubrovnik, Torino in Albania. Now, that's an interesting one because we haven't been to Albania. I sort of thought that would be quite cool. Corfu in Greece, and then Catania in Sicily and Sorrento in Italy, finishing off in Rome. Now, an inside room would normally set you back $4,968 US dollars, but we have it on at $1,645 US dollars per person. Now, that's 67% off. An ocean view room would normally set you about around $4,968. But at 101 Cruise, we have it on at $1,465 per person. Now, something we don't talk about very often is single rooms. Now, we don't get these offers coming through very often. So really great to see a single room. It's an ocean view room, normally $5,098, but is down to $3,360. Now, that's total for one person. That's a great, great deal. And Oceania will include your drinks at dinner and lunch. So that's a really great offer.
All of these deals are current right now as of Saturday, Feb 14, 2026. All prices are in US dollars and are per person. You can check out more info on our website, 101cruise.com.au.
Now the latest cruise and travel news.
Well, Valentine's Day is always special on Carnival cruises, and the cruise line celebrated their largest vow renewal at sea this Valentine's Day. The vow renewals were virtually officiated by the one and only Shaquille O'Neal, Carnival Cruise Line's Chief Fun Officer. Is that a title you'd like to have?
Oh, absolutely.
Over 1,000 married couples participated in the vow renewals across the Carnival fleet. They gathered on the Lido deck on 28 ships to reaffirm their love. The symbolic ceremonies were completed with champagne toasts and a celebratory cake and other surprises to mark the occasion. Last year, apparently 1,500 additional couples participated in Carnival's wedding program. That includes weddings, engagements and personalised vow renewals right across the year. So that's
Wow,
nice.
that's not
I guess
bad.
a ship's a good place to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Norwegian Cruise Line quietly rolled out an updated dress code policy with the biggest changes affecting guests that book one of their specialty dining options. Attire with offensive language / images are not permitted at any time. Actually, I didn't think they were on ships at all.
I would have thought that would have been standard for across the whole day.
For daytime outlets, 24-hour food outlets, the food hall, the trough, Haven restaurant and VIP, shirts and cover-ups and footwear are required. For evening main dining rooms and specialty restaurants, the following is not permitted. Tank tops, yes, tick. Hoodies, tick. Robes, tick.
Oh, yes.
Two ticks.
Yeah.
Jeans with holes or excessively revealing tears, tick. Caps and hats.
Well, the caps and hats is an interesting one, Bud, isn't it?
Yeah, but evening, you don't wear a cap at night. There's no sun that you need to panic about, is there?
No.
In addition, guests dining at Paloma, Onda, Cagney's, La Bistro and the Haven are not permitted to wear thongs. That's the footwear thongs or shorts. So, I mean, I thought most ships were pretty much like that as it is now. But there you go.
Oh, obviously they had to spell it out to people.
Hurtigruten announced their first ever fjord to fjord only sailing with their first cruises out of Copenhagen that will provide easier access for North Americans. They unveiled 3 new limited collection itineraries that will take guests to places that have been out of reach since the cruise line's inception in 1893. Hurtigruten guests will be able to explore fjords and parts of Norway other cruise lines can't simply reach. Guests will explore areas of the high Arctic and world-famous Western fjords more in depth than ever before. So that's good news for Hurtigruten fans. Bookings opened this week on an epic 128-day cruise that will set sail in 2029, visiting 63 unique destinations all around the world. And it's one of our favourite brands. Explorer Journeys, a luxury all-inclusive cruise line, announced their Endless Worlds cruise that will depart in 2029 on Explorer 1. The cruise ship will depart from Dubai on January 6, 2029 and end in Barcelona 128 days later on May 14. The cruise will be broken up into the following 7 segments: Dubai to Singapore over 20 nights, Singapore to Sydney over 23 nights, Sydney to Auckland 14 nights, Auckland to Tahiti 17 nights, Tahiti to Valparaiso. I don't know where that is.
No.
That's over 14 nights. Valparaiso to Miami, 21 nights, and Miami to Barcelona, 20 nights. The 7 segments will form one long continuous journey and visit 63 ports, as I said. 44 of the ports will be maiden stops for the cruise line, and 12 will have an overnight stay, which gives guests more time to see the most iconic cities around the world. So that's great news. That would be fantastic.
I have a
wouldn't it?
feeling I have to retire by that date.
I reckon that sounds like a good idea.
At least we have to do Dubai to Singapore.
Well, one of those.
Because that
one
would
of
be
those
really,
legs.
I've always had that on my bucket list, but I'd love to do all of it.
Or Singapore to Sydney. That's 23 nights.
I know.
How much would that whole cruise cost?
I know. I haven't seen the pricing yet.
128 days.
I know.
We'll have to check it out and we'll come back to you and tell you.
We need to win Lotto. You know that, don't you?
Ritz-Carlton's yacht collection became the first cruise line to be awarded a 5-star rating from Forbes Travel Guide. Ritz-Carlton's second yacht, Ilma, earned the milestone in the 2026 Star Awards. Ilma's 5-star recognition reflects the Ritz-Carlton Yachts Collection's commitment to delivering a highly personalised and refined experience at sea where thoughtful design, service and space work in harmony. The ship offers one of the highest space and employee-to-guest ratios in the cruise industry. The ship accommodates up to 448 guests in 224 suites, each with their own private ocean view terrace.
I was looking at this ship this week because a client was looking at the Caribbean, and I saw some really great deals on that ship. And it was-
Ritz-Carlton on Ilma.
Yeah, it was, and you know what? It wasn't that much. It was like a 5-day cruise, and it was $5,000 US per person.
$1,000 a day.
And you know, for that quality, that's a great buy.
Well, Ritz-Carlton Cruise Line is up there right at the top, isn't it?
Oh,
in
totally.
cruise
Yeah,
lines.
absolutely.
It's one of the
But
best.
have you seen the ship? It's sexy too. It's
Wow.
a beautiful ship.
You'll have to tell us all about it.
Oh,
one
maybe
week
I'll do
on
a
the
special on that.
podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have
Yeah.
to do a bit more research on it for you first.
Well, seeing that this is the cruise and travel podcast, we also wanted to let you know about some other things happening in the travel industry.
Oh, well, this is an interesting one. And I think we'll get lots of comments. If you want to comment on it, we'd love to hear from you. A recent flight from Sydney to Brisbane has sparked online outrage after one passenger treated the cabin more like a lounge room than a public space. Posting on the Qantas frequent flyer Platinum group, a passenger on board QF544 shared a photo of a man who'd removed his shoes and popped his feet up on the headrest in front of him. Person was sitting in front there with having these feet behind them.
A person sitting in the chair,
Yeah.
his feet were resting on. That's disgusting.
Disgusting at 35,000 feet. While the passenger couldn't be identified, a very large tattoo across his foot made the image unforgettable.
Idiot. What was the tattoo? #idiot.
Absolutely bogan, I would have said. Online reaction was very swift and brutal. Comments like, behaviour is gross, uncouth, and completely unacceptable in a public cabin. Some of the people have called for fines and to give him a travel ban, which, you know, I think that's a little bit far. But you know the funniest part, Steve? This is on board Qantas's newest aircraft, the A321 XLR, which is a really nice aircraft. I flew on it last week. How could someone treat it with such disrespect? It's really, really poor. Just a reminder to travellers everywhere, seats to recline is optional, but shoes staying on is highly, highly recommended.
Oh, God. Well, this episode, we're going to tell you all about the cruise lines that have ships that you can buy a cabin and live on.
I know, this is your dream, isn't it?
I don't know if I could do it forever, but...
It's a really cool idea. What I haven't found out is how you sell it. But anyway, that's another story later. Yeah, it is. But there's a lot of people who actually do live on cruise ships, the commercial ones, and they just continually book the same room over and over and over. And obviously the cruise lines get to know them and they do special deals to keep them on board. But I think it's really cool. But what we're going to look at is that now they've got cruise lines that are doing residential ships, which is really great. So you can buy a room on it and you can cruise on it for the rest of the time. However, there is a couple of catches. So the world was the first one to actually come out with this design. So they have 106 2 and 3 bedroom apartments and 19 one bedroom apartments, and then 40 studios. And on board, that will travel consistently. And the people on board get to choose where they go. They all sit and vote on where they want the ship to go to. And it never goes back to the same destination within a certain couple of years.
Within 2 years, I think it is.
It was 2 years, yeah.
So Gina Reinhardt is famous for having one of these apartments on there.
Well,
God knows how much that cost.
She actually had two. There was rumours that she sold them, but I don't know if that's true. She had two. So one for herself and then one for her staff that would accompany her.
Of course.
That's fair enough. So many of the apartments on board ship have been designed by the cruise ship's residents so that you can actually change them, but they're not cheap. To enjoy the mobile and adventurous lifestyle, it's going to cost you anywhere between $2 to $15 million.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, there's a way to spend your 80 million lotto win.
Oh, God, I can spend that easily. But the great thing about this, every day you're going to turn up into a different port, and they just don't go one port and go. They stay for a couple of nights so you get that immersive experience on board and everything on the ship.
So that you can get off the ship and stay in a hotel.
Well, no.
Probably if you're living on there.
Oh, you mostly would do that. I mean, money's no object if you can afford this. But I don't know. I'd say on the ship, I suppose. Depends what you do to it. But it's pretty cool. Now, there's a new company that started up in 2024. It's called Villa V Residence Cruise Ship. And they are cruising around the world. They will go continually for 3.5-year cruise around the world. So again, they don't go double up anywhere for 3.5 years. They have different offers that you can actually buy into. So you can buy a seasonal ownership, which starts at around $24,999, or you can buy a full ownership for $129,000 US per cabin. Now, I did a little look at this. Their website is villavresidence.com, and they are just really your cruise rooms. It's like they've bought an old ship and they've done some renos to it and they made it pretty, but it is just a standard size cruise ships rooms, where the world, they're big apartments. Like you're going to get a lot of space, but these are just the same. What I like about it is that it's different, and it's actually pretty cheap, to be honest. It's something that's affordable that you can do. However, the catch is going to be how much your monthly fees are. So you think, okay, I paid out $129 for an inside cabin, but if you were going to be in that inside cabin, the starting price for monthly fees is around $8,355 for solo travellers and up to $11,355 per month for a normal cabin or a suite.
So is that to cover food? That's your day-by-day expenses and all that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the 129 grand gets you the room.
That gets you your cabin.
That's it.
But then you're going to have all these other options on top. So just looking at a balcony villa, this is one that's currently available for sale. It's room number 7,041. Its price to buy is $340,000 US. Your monthly maintenance fee for that for two people is $8,000. Yeah, so interesting. But if you flick down to a inside room, which is going to take you sort of just on water level, it's just inside room, no view at all. Their fee was $125,000 US to buy in, and your fees per month was $3,500. So yeah, interesting, very interesting.
So we've gone from 2 to 15 million to 129,000 to 300,000.
Oh well, remember
what else is there?
So, but let me just finish off. They've also got another cruise ship that they have in plans at the moment. So that one will be quite nice. It's going to be called Project Luminar. So that will be cool. Now, Crescent Seas, that is another new cruise line that's coming out. They originally planned to have a ship enter in 2026 with a second vessel added in late 2027. They were going to buy Seven Seas Navigator from Regent Seven Seas an insignia from Oceania Cruises. But last month, the cruise line decided to go in a new direction with rebuilding instead of buying older ships and updating them. They are currently looking at debuting their first ship, Ocean, great name, in late 2031. It will be about approximately 55,000-ton size ship. So it's a decent size. Prices will start around $3.5 million and go up as high as, get this, $30 million per suite.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to be a big one.
Yeah, I know. If you're interested, visit their website, crescentseas.com. Now, this is a really fun one. Storylines. Storylines started up in 2018 and originally had plans to convert older ships into residential living condos starting at $155,000 each, very similar to Villa Via. Anyway, after plans failed to buy an older ship and convert it, they launched plans to build a completely new cruise ship that has 530 private residents. Now, I've got a picture of the ship. It looks really gorgeous. It had a helipad on the top. Looks very sleek and gorgeous. Now, the prices started at $625,000 and go up to $10 million with 12 different options available. However, the question still remains, will this ship ever get built? As it's been over 5 years since the ship was announced and the first piece of steel is yet to be cut. I know, it gets worse. The phone number was recently disconnected. I know, with a message saying, "We apologise for any inconvenience caused by our recent phone user issue. This matter is being resolved and service will return normally." No, it hasn't. And there's no updates on their website. So it looks like they've failed, sadly. Now, this concept of actually having residential apartments has been around for a while. 2015, Crystal Cruises, who we love, we were planning on having 48 unique homes on the top decks of their 3 new ships. But those ships were never built and scrapped. So that was a shame. And Blue World Voyages, another cruise line that never got off the ground, was going to be the first cruise line geared towards sports and wellness and have some residents that you buy and live in. While the web steward is still up there, they haven't posted in a few years, so that's not going to happen either. So there you go. That's what you can currently get out there. But just remember, if you really did want to live on a cruise ship, you can just buy your round-the-world tickets and just buy one every year.
That's true. And it saves the whole outlay right at the start.
It does. And if you're going to go on one, explore a journey. It's 2029. That sounds amazing to do.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Sign me up. All right. Well, let's finish off with another deal or two that you've got up your sleeve.
Yeah, look, this is our bargain of the episode, I think. So it's a 7-night cruise on MSC Lyrica, departing on the 8th of May, 2026. Now, it's going to go from, I've never heard of this place before, Steve, have you? Ancona.
No.
No, I know.
Oh, that's a new.
It is a new port.
So we haven't heard of.
No, so it's going to go to Venice, Kotor in Montenegro, Mykonos, beautiful, and Syros in Greece, and then you're going to go back to Ancona. An inside room would normally cost you $1,802 per person, but we've got it on for $646 per person. Now, that's $92 a day. That's a great bargain. Or why not look at a suite? Normally we'd set you back $3,145 per person US. We've got it for $1,352 US per person. That's $193, and that's in a suite. That's a great deal. And of course, because we're now selling Virgin Voyages in Australian dollars, we thought we'd throw one out there for June. So it's a 7-night cruise on Scarlet Lady, 7th of June, 2026, from Athens to Athens. You're going to visit Rhodes, Bodrum, Mykonos, Santorini, and then back to Athens again. A inside room would normally set you back $7,590, but at 101 Cruise, we have it on at $2,354 Australian dollars. I can say Australian dollars. That's 69% off, $336 per day. And a balcony room would normally set you back $10,212 Australian dollars. We have it on for $2,712 Australian dollars. That's 73% off. Now, remember, it's an adult-only cruise. It includes all of your dining, so there's no specialty surcharges. It's a great, great experience on board. So have a think about Virgin voyages in Australian dollars. Now, all these prices are at the 14th of February 2026 and subject to change. Even though this price was in Australian dollars, most of them that we mentioned are in US dollars. And if you work for the airline industry, give me a buzz or send me an email at paul@101cruise.com.au and let's see what price we can do for you.
Remember, you can get access to all the deals by signing up to our newsletter at 101cruise.com.au. Once you've signed up and you've got access inside the website, there are heaps of articles in the 101 Cruise magazine section, like why choosing the right cruise line isn't easy, and the ultimate cruise packing list we've prepared for you. Don't forget, when you do book a cruise with us at 101cruise.com.au, you can also book your shore excursions with us by clicking on the Shore Excursions link at the top of the page on our website.
You can save up to 40% on what the cruise line will charge, and they will guarantee that they will get you back to the ship on time.
That's right. They are the best excursions, the best prices, and as Paul just said, they guarantee to get you back to the ship on time.
Well, that's all for today. On next episode, I'll have more deals for you. Plus, I'll tell you the 11 mistakes you can make when going on a cruise and how to avoid them.
For more, go to 101cruise.com.au and sign up for the newsletter and to get access to the site. You can also follow us on Facebook at 101 Cruise and on Instagram at 101 Cruises.